If you want to learn how to get huge fucking shoulders that's gonna have every girl turning their heads and every dude looking at you like you're the fucking man, stay tuned. What's up guys, Joel here back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about shoulders. Shoulders is probably one of my strongest body parts, most talked about. It's one of the best muscle groups that have developed, right? Your shoulders kind of really establishes your frame. It makes your clavicles appear a lot wider. It's one of the things that women look at in your overall frame, and men will kind of give you respect if you have broader shoulders, and it will almost always add to a physique. It's one of those muscles that you can never really have too much of. So why not give y'all the sauce on how to get big shoulders? One thing that I like to do to kind of get more out of my shoulders is switching from flat movements to incline movements, right? Naturally, incline pressing is when you're inclining on an able where your torso is a little bit closer to the bar. Because of this, it puts more emphasis on your upper chest, but your front delt as well. Now, although it puts more emphasis on the actual muscle of your delt, it puts a lot less strain on your joints and your shoulder girdle. So it's a lot easier to stay safer on. Now, something that people don't take into account when accounting for their yearly gains or how much progress they make every year is how much injuries or minor setbacks they've had, because these are things that either negatively impact the way we're able to work out certain muscle groups or flat out not work them out as all. So people will kind of forget that managing your injuries is one of the best ways to keep your progress smooth, right? Which is one reason why I like incline pressing. Additionally, it really won't take much away or anything away at all from your primary shoulder volume. So incline pressing is always going to be one of my favorites. Whether you do it Smith machine, dumbbell machine, just have some type of incline press in your routine and it will work wonders for your physique. Next is frequency. Your shoulders can recover moderately fast, so if you're the type of person who wants a muscle group that they can really hammer 2 to 3 times a week, feel free to do that. Probably what I'd consider the smartest way to do that is either doing rear delt flies or lateral raises every other day. I wouldn't do a front delt movement every other day simply because it's the most overdeveloped part of the delt, but something like the lateral delt, which is the most important, or your rear delt, which is often the most neglected in most people's physiques. So feel free to go fucking ham with it. Now obviously don't do a fuck ton of sets. If you're gonna do it every other day, I probably wouldn't go over like 2 sets, but you want to keep it very tame. But yeah, you kind of do have the ability to do that with shoulders. As for exercise selection, and this is going to be one of the most important things when it comes to shoulders, you want typically 3 to 4 movements. You want a movement for your front delt, your lateral delt, and your rear delt. Now for your front delt, you can do any type of overhead press, whether it's a seated dumbbell press, whether it's a standing military press with a barbell, whether it's a seated machine press. Any type of press overhead for your shoulders will grow the front delt. I'd highly recommend you doing it into like the 4 to 6 rep range. Just focus on getting strong as fuck in that rep range, and your front delts will get huge. Your lateral delts as well. Now, when it comes to the lateral delt, there's a bunch of different things that you can do. It could be just dumbbell lateral raises. It could be machine lateral raises. It could be cable lateral raises, right? If you're looking for the most optimal thing for just hypertrophy, either a machine lateral raise or a cable lateral raise is going to be your best bet. And it's the same thing. I'd recommend doing this in like maybe the 8 to 10 rep range. A lot of people like the lower rep ranges for lateral raises and shoulders, but it looks and feels stupid to me, and the traps end up taking over. So I personally prefer high rep ranges for that, but you can do whatever you want. Just progressive overload it and your lateral delt will grow. Now as for rear delts, you can do anything, whether it's like a reverse pec deck, reverse fly, but something that I found to be very effective and other people have found to be very effective when I show it to them is a bench supported reverse rear delt fly. You kind of hang on a bench, chest supported, hang kind of maybe your neck off of it, and then you just fly backwards, and it is absolutely phenomenal for the shoulders. You're able to cluster fuck a bunch of weight, progressive overload it fast, hit the rear delts and stretch all the way because your neck is tilted off. And it is by far what I consider to be the #1 best delt builder of all time. Same principle here. You can really throw up a lot of weight. So just nail it in the coffin, getting stronger every single week, and your rear delts will grow. Now, kind of unconventional tip when it comes to shoulders, right? The shoulders tend to be one of the most injury prone body parts when it comes to advanced or just any lifters for that matter. So I think people don't take care of it as much as they should. Something that I'd recommend for a lot of people is either twice a week or maybe just on your rest days, icing all around your shoulders. It just helps a lot. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but it alleviates a lot of the pain and problems that especially I have had when training shoulders as well. And of course, performing mobility work as well is going to help. Another thing that I would also recommend for your health of your shoulders is dips, more kind of so chest focused dips where you lean over, but going as deep as your flexibility can. Kind of funny story is that I used to arm wrestle a lot in like high school and middle school, and as a result of that, I like developed a lot of rotator cuff problems. Once I started going to the gym and doing dips with a full range of motion, within like 2 months of it, all the rotator cuff problems I had seemingly went away in no fucking time, right? So that's something that's good to note. If you do it safe and controlled, dips can actually be very amazing for your shoulder growth as well, but really for the health of your shoulders. There you have it, guys. I put you onto the sauce. You want to train shoulders with high frequency. Make sure that your pressing movements are on an incline so that you can get a little bit of extra shoulder work. Do your press, lateral raise, your delt fly, and take care of your shoulder health. And trust me, in no time you'll get huge shoulders. Follow all of these in progressive overload and you're going to be good. Let me know what videos you guys want to see next. The science-based lifting guide is in the bio if you're interested in that, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.